Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Virtual Flight Diaries live stream with the IFly 737 MAX, newly updated, full release, version 1. We're going to check it out. We're going to go over the changelog and cruise, and we're going to have a little flight. We're going to take it down. We're here in Juneau, Alaska, and we're going to be flying down to Seattle. We're on Vatsim. Got some ATC up. Vancouver's up, and maybe we'll have some ATC in Seattle when we get there. So sit back, relax, grab your favorite beverage, and let's get going. All right, we're already powered up on ground power, but we're gonna just initialize our flight here. 131 items in the changelog. It's going to take us a minute to go through it. So we're looking at a little over an hour and 40 minutes down to Seattle. So we should have plenty of time in cruise. Do some things if we still have time. I do have a trivia game set up, so maybe we'll be doing that as well. All right, so let's see. We got our top panel. Let's get our IRSs aligning. I don't know if that's the actual thing, but I always wait for the DC light to go out. I don't know why. Just remember maybe it was a thing back in an earlier version. I'm not sure, like the FSX days. I'm not sure. That's just a habit I have. All right, yaw dampener could come on. Turn on the forward pump for the APU. Come up here, we'll check our power. We are on with the battery bus. That all looks good. We're on standby power, ground power, APU gen, all that stuff is off. Inverters are on. That looks good. Put that back. Put that back on battery bus. We'll get the cabin utility on and the passenger seats. We're already on ground power set. The lighting, let's get our beacon on. Come up here, we'll arm the emergency lights. Panel juice is on. Get the window heat on. Do power test. That all looks good. Test our probes. Good there. Got A's off, B's on. And we'll test our cockpit voice recorder. That looks good. We don't need our wiper. We don't need that all set up. Is there? We'll do pilot flying, so we'll do ignition left. All right, so should have AC power on, so that should work. All right, put the little It's a little warmth in the cabin. Packs will be on, and we'll set up for, so we're going up to flight level 370. Don't know if that's going to be good. That's what SimBrief gave me. Alright, so top panel's all set up. Let's come across here. Flight director's on, mine is master. First officer's is slave. We have no ATC at Juneau, so we're going to go right up to our... Actually, let's check the... departure. So there's no altitude restrictions other than I need to be above 1,000 feet at Culligan Island. Alright, so we'll go right up to flight level 370. So Juneau, we're going to be doing the Juneau 6 departure. It's a pretty cool departure. And I don't know, it's pretty miserable outside, but it's snowy and rainy and anything. But so we're going to be taking off in this direction. And as you can see, we got some obstacles here. So the departure is, so right after takeoff, we're going to bank hard, climbing out, swing right around this mountain, and come right back towards the airport, and then proceed out. Alistair, I'm here because of Alaska Airlines. Well, that's awesome. Welcome to the channel. And then we weave up and around down the coast. Although it's pretty miserable out, we're probably not going to see much scenery. But it's a really cool departure. Alright, so let's keep going on. Let's set up our... Alright, the flight's initialized. Also, I've been here on that other Alaskan live stream. It was the Light and Cargo or Smith. Oh, alright, well, welcome back. Awesome. I'm glad to have you. I'm glad to have you here. So we're going to be flying down to Seattle, Alaska Airlines, with a spicy departure out of Juneau. Love it. All right, so let's get our. It's all good. I mean, I did. Let's see, Alaskan live streams. I did Everett's cargo and the DC-6. I did 2 of them. I'm trying to think what else I had. I had yes, yeah, okay, that was it. Everett's. That's pretty cool. Well, I'm looking forward to maybe coming back up here to Alaska. We're definitely going to be coming here in with the 2024 sim. We're going to do some bush flying in Alaska, since they have this whole bush thing all set up with the new simulator. So we're going to check that out, because I love flying up here, and I don't get to come up here enough. That's why I picked this flight. Plus, and to showcase the new updated 737 Max, because we've done a couple of these live streams, and we noticed that it had a lot of bugs, but it's most of them have been fixed. Now, I haven't done a full flight, so we're going to check it out together. Alrighty, so we are going from PAJN to S. I'll request our flight plan here. Load that up. All right, so our departure is the Juneau 6, the LVD transition off of runway 8. And we're looking at a planned arrival of ILS 16 left. Griffey transition with the Mariner 7. And that is going to be the YYJ transition. So that's all set. We'll activate that. Boom, flight plan's in. Let's check our legs page. Let's connect that up. Yeah, so you guys can see I got a sharp departure. So what I'm going to do is once we take off, we hit 400 feet, I'm going to engage the autopilot and let it bring it right around on track. And so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do a gear up view, but we'll definitely do an outside view, see what we can see once I get everything all set up. Alright, so let's check our legs page. That all looks good. Just want to double check some things. Zoom out. Yeah, it's pretty much a straight shot down to Seattle. And we pick up our ILS, come right in at 16 left. Okay, so that looks good. So I want to just want to double check I got 16 left in there. Okay, yeah, because remember my Jackson Hole Denver flight with the RJ, I put the wrong runway in, and boy, that was a mess. Okay, so that's all in. Get their perf in it. We can start setting that up. So we'll come over here, performance and load. Gonna copy FMC data over. So we're taking off runway. That is a wet runway. We're going to have engine and, actually we're going to have engine and wing on. And AC will be on, and we'll do a, should be able to do flaps 5. Let's see what it gives us. Calculate. Wait, oh, that's right. I didn't do the weight and balance yet. Okay, so let's get our passengers on board. We are full. 178 in there. All right, see you. We'll see you on the return. All right, let's look at our cargo. Oh, is that it? It's in. It's in kilograms. Do not want kilograms because my P is in. How do I do that? Panel style, general, US system. There we go. That's better. All right. I did not want to have to do metric conversions because for one, I can't do it on the top of my head. All right, so we're going to go 4,000 up front. I don't know why it does that. That's interesting. So that put it at 7,800. Fuel for our trip. We're looking at 15,913 for our total fuel. Yeah. I know why they did it, but man, this tablet is just a little. $420 for our taxi out. That's a lot. That's a good bit of fuel. We don't have a long taxi. That's fine. And then our planned trip is 9,500. So we'll set fuel, we'll set payload, complete. Now we can get our calculation. Cannot be calculated, select a different flap, derate, or... Alright, let's try flap 10 takeoff. Really? Let's go full toga. Alright, let's see what the FMC gives us. Okay, what I do here is... Okay, here we go. Zero fuel weight, 141.8. That seems really high. Let me double check that with the plan. Oh, that's right. Okay. Alright, our reserve fuel at Seattle should be 2.0. $15.9. Alright, that's all in. So quick hit up. Got 280 at 8.3. Finish up this box. 280 at 8.3. Wow. And our top of the climb temp. Minus 43. All right, that's all complete. All right, so we're not going to do D-rate. We're going to do a toga takeoff. Let's see what, do flaps 5. Yeah, see, this is doable. I don't understand why it does that. I really don't. All right, that's all in. Legs are in.
Boarding requested.
So we'll set up our page for pushback.
Passengers boarding.
Get the
started.
APU up. Warm the cabin up a bit. So in the NG, there's a EGT gauge here, but with the Max, all you have is the start and the power supply. So we can all right. Just checking something real quick here. So I ordered a new keyboard. All right. Anyway. All right. APU power can come online. And we will the APU bleed. Now you're normally supposed to wait 2 minutes, but we are going to don't need the engine packs on. That all looks good. Okay. So let's do some setup maintenance. So I got 122.8 in the box, but we're going to need Vancouver Center, so that's 133.7. Looks like we got Seattle approach online as well. Alright, so we'll do 133.7. So get that on, and we're on guard on COM 2. That is in. Alright, looking good, looking good. So we're going to go V2 plus 10, so that's 161. We'll get that in just in case, although if we keep that course we'll be in the mountain. Looks like we're all set up there. Well, that's all. It's all good. It's all good. All right, where are we at? Still loading up. Okay, boarding is complete. Let's get going. Let's get out of here. Get flying. All right, so beacon could come on. Fuel pumps could come on. Juneau traffic, Alaska 676, pushing back gate 4, Alaska, Juneau.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
That looks all closed.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Go nose left, tail right.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Packs can come off. Sounds are awesome.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
All right, turn in engine 1.
truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
I love that little tag sound there. Alright, engines are running. Now we'll get our taxi lights on. Logo light can come on. And hydraulics and the packs. Turn off the APU bleed. Put the engines on the buses, and then we can shut off our APU. We are rolling. All right. Juneau traffic, Alaska 676, taxi to runway 08 via Charlie Alpha Bravo, Juneau. We're out of here. Put flat fives down. There we go. Config test complete. Brakes are good.
Approaching 08.
It's a little fast. RTO.
Approaching 08.
Landing lights on. Strobe. The wing lights on. Juneau traffic, Alaska 676, taking off runway 08, Juneau 6 departure, Juneau.
Approaching 08.
Let's try to get a good lineup.
On runway 08.
Oof. That lineup was horrible. All right, ready to go. Let's spool them up. Toga. Knots, thrust set. V1. Rotate. Positive rate, gear up. There's 400 feet. Autopilot could come on. Fly with. All terrain avoidance. We're good. 2,500 above the terrain. All right, flaps 1. Juneau traffic, American or Alaskan 676. Just depart at runway 08. Direct Charlie Golf Lima on the Juneau 6. Last call, Juneau. Shane, welcome to the stream. All right, go flaps up. Taxi lights are off. That's on auto. That's awesome. So we just departed Juneau and we're on our way to Seattle in typical Alaska weather. So we're gonna have a pretty nice breakout. But I really like this departure. There was a lot of S turns and weather. put. Yeah, we'll put terrain in. Oh, Vancouver just went offline. Alright, with Vancouver offline, our next ATC is going to be 125.6. So we'll do Seattle approach. So, Seattle is information Charlie. We'll double check it when we get closer. So Seattle approaches 125.6. So we're gonna get into that. 25.6. Let's see. Alex to CVR. That's nice. Let's see. You can't use caps. Can't use caps. LAX to Vancouver. That's a nice flight. Alright, so we're going to climb up here to cruise, and then we're going to be going over the change log for the 737 MAX. Go standard. Above 18,000, all the lights could come off. Seatbelt signs could come off. Unfortunately, no caps is a rule. But don't worry about my eyesight. When you guys post a message, Streambot or Streamlabs alerts me. So I get an alert every time you post a message. I may not answer right away because I may be busy doing things with the plane, but I will get back to the chat. Alright, so we are out. Let's see, let's get do some terminal charts. So what do we want? We want Seattle, we want chart clip. What do you want? Oh, edit clips. Okay, we want the Mariner 7. We're looking for the Mariner 7 here. Let's see the Mariner 7. Maybe I am going blind. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, I am going blind. So we want that, and then we want the ILS. Left. So we're going to be coming off the YYJ transition. Let's see, it looks like ships is our lowest. Okay. Oh, we're out of the soup. My night vision has become worse with the last few years. I had to talk with the optometrist about it. Well, that's what happens when we get older. I need reading glasses, so. Alright, so we are climbing out, looking good. The IFly is doing IFly things. Alright. Guess we didn't need anti-ice. I'm not sure icing is modeled on the IFly. Alright, let's check out the progress. I didn't get any notes that that we were no good for the climb out. So cruise 37. Looks good. Request our descent winds, whether that populates. Cool. Then back to VNAV real quick. VNAV cruise 0.78. Then we're going to do 0.79. 300 for a descent. Now I saw this on Full Flap Simulations page. He's a 737 captain or a first officer. And he said that you should always go either equal to or greater than your cruise speed to start your descent, because that way, so if you were to, when you reach the top of descent, if this was slower, so like say we were cruising at 7.8, we put 7.7 in here for our descent, you'll reach the top of descent. Once you cross the top of descent, it's going to take the time to slow the plane down to 0.77 and then come down, which could put you, 1,000, 1,500 feet too high on your descent profile. But if you put it faster, it's going to immediately nose over, start the descent profile to capture the cruise or the descent speed. And then you can make your adjustments from there, but that's a little setup tip that I learned. Overspeeding. All right. So we are all set up ahead of the plane so we can do our cruise things. I know not every I left the cabin door open, but anyway, let's take a look at Alaska's cabin while we're climbing up. Wish the coffee pot was modeled. I know that one isn't. So, I have gotten this scenery from J Aviation. He does really good scenery, or not scenery, livery. Does really good livery work. But so he is part of the livery design team for IFly and Phoenix and other things. So, but the interiors are just generic. He does the outsides, but when he posts them on Flight SimTO, he does the insides as well. So. You have cool little Alaska Airlines air magazine to read on our flights. And I know probably everyone has seen this by now, but they freaking modeled the toilet. Except not the sink. So we'll put the put some cruise lighting in here. So far, so good. I mean, let's go back and check the cockpit out. See what we're doing here. So, of course, I never had too many problems with the climb out. It was always VNAV descent that was causing problems. Of course, why am I still in N1? Should be an FMC. No, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see when we reach cruise. I did a full power climb, so it looks like we're going to reach our climb altitude way before. Alright, so let's see if this goes to FMC speed. Because it should. Boom. Good. FMC speed and VNAV path. Hold to maybe 0.74. That's a good speed. Alright, we're up in cruise. Got the seatbelt signs off. Smoking can go to auto. It's just for entertainment chiming purposes. Alright. Change log. This is the changelog for version 1 of the IFly 737 MAX. It is 131 fixes. Alright, so look, so they fixed the PFD barber pole was the wrong texture. I didn't know. Apparently, I guess that's the right texture now. Alright, the MSFS mouse interaction styles. Some switches are not normal. I'm not using the MSFS mouse interaction style, but they fixed that. The VSD drawing terrain out of bounds. Really? You know what? I haven't used the VSD. That would be on. It's supposed to be on this. Maybe that only comes on in the descent. Alright, so they fixed the VSD, they added inhibit to joystick and yoke throttles. So this is game changer. So I have it set for throttle lockout. So when I move my throttles, you know what? Hang on. I forgot that this is texture or livery specific. So you inhibit this out, hardware throttle position when moving. So total inhibit will actually completely, once the autopilot is engaged, or the auto throttle is engaged, the throttles are completely inhibited. I have this one. I've been using this one. So the partial inhibit So when arm throttle hold is on an RTO, the throttle will be active. So you have full control of the throttle during those phases of flight. So takeoff and when the arm throttle hold is on. So I believe that's in descent. So right now, let's set those. Now, when I move my throttles in the system, a magenta line shows where the position of the throttle is. So just like PMDG, I can, on approach, set my throttles to what the auto throttle is doing, so that when I'm ready for disconnect, I can be right at the proper setting. So that simulates. So on a real 737, it's got a motorized throttle, so the throttles are always in position of where the engine should be. But in the simulator, I don't have a motorized throttle. Those things are like $4,000. This is the next best thing. So you can see, move the throttles, you just get a magenta line. I have it, just a temporary thing. You could set it so that it's on all the time, so you know where your throttle positions are. But that is the game changer, and that is what we needed big time in this. Okay, moving on because we have a lot. Throttle partial and total inhibit, we talked about that. The ND and MFD page swap with redraw is now simulated. Okay, so let's go over here. So if we swap, there's like a delay, I guess. That's pretty cool. Gen power source cycle causes the dome light and the 6 packs to flicker. Nice. That's fixed. The field diff pressure light is on too long. That's been fixed. Oxygen test color invalid. It's gray. Should be yellow. That's been fixed. So when the start switch is put into ground, it takes about 2 to 3 seconds for the start valve to open. Alert to illuminate, but it comes on instantly in IFly. I noticed that on startup there is a delay now to accommodate the start valves opening up, so that's pretty cool. The high-speed tape on the PFD, incorrect small dots, real ones were bigger. Cool, I didn't know that one either. Some things, I mean, I didn't know when I was flying the version 2.5, I think it was, or 0.5 or something like that. Or not 2.0, 2.5, or I didn't know enough about it to notice. But I guess some real world pilots had picked up on that. Stall stick shaker has no animations. Cool, they fixed that. LNAV overshoot, that's awesome. I did notice that in a couple flights. Engine spool rate is adjusted. It is within 3% of the real engine. Cool, they picked up the realism, because it was too fast. Adjust pack station position for enhanced CG action. Okay, wow. I didn't know that that was a broken thing too. Still don't understand why sometimes I get a loadout that's too. It's showing like it can't do a takeoff calculation, but that could be very much user error. But I'm just plugging in the stuff that SimBrief is giving me. So plugin tool adds a function of specifying MSF installed package path. I noticed that. That's pretty cool. Plug in, close, exit, plug in, close, exit, and minimize to system tray logic adjusted. New pop-up message added to on closing. Interesting. I still have the problems with it not closing out, so that when I start the sim, I have to restart the plugin because everything is all messed up in the cockpit. But I don't know. I have to look into that. Maybe that's an option I have to press. Corrected cabin window visor texture error. That's some detail. So you corrected the cockpit eyebrow window texture error. Cockpit eyebrows. There's no eyebrows. I guess maybe that texture was off. Where was I? Corrected flap limit text error on landing gear panel. Oh, okay. Guess there was some font errors. Corrected the cockpit eyebrow texture. Corrected some cockpit wall texture errors. Corrected the door indicator light texture error. So it looks like there was a lot of font issues that were thing. We're trying to make it more of the real 737 Max. So corrected fuel panel light texture, optimize the model, affect MCP digital window. Okay. Optimize the overhead panel textures. Okay. Optimize the texture effects of the external emergency evacuation lighting. I haven't activated the emergency evacuation lighting, so I don't know. I never knew what that looked like. So IFly Manager has a closed plugin option if it did not gracefully shut down on its own. Oh, alright. I gotta check that out because I have problems with it not shutting down. So IFly Manager, change the Manage Order button to Manage Product. Okay. Just some quality of life fixes, I guess. Other fixes to help during peak traffic periods. No longer IFly plugin after install to avoid confusion and to get folks used to using it as designed. Okay. No longer minimizes to the tray instead of closing. Okay. Go around N1. That's been fixed. Haven't had it go around yet, knock on wood. FMC execution light has been fixed. The white nav light on the winglets is abnormal in color when not in virtual cockpit view. That's been fixed. Small visual, whatever that word is. Door animation problems have been fixed. Engine fan animations showing when stopped on ground conflict with other products. Connected some obvious corners to the sun visor track model. I guess there was some interruptions. The sun visor track. Interesting. Can you actually add a sun visor? There's no sun visors to add. Alright, moving on. Corrected mirror image of the co-pilot remote control stick. Label text map. Removed the click area of the safety belt of the 4 doors to the hook position. What is that? Huh. I don't know. I don't know what they did there. Optimize animation of the wing. Oh, that's right, they added some wing flex to it. Let's check that out real quick. See if we can see our wing flexing out there. There's pretty calm air out. I know it does work. I've seen it working. Fixed data not cleared after landing. Adjusted the overall size of the sun visor. Light leaks in luggage rack on row 1920. Adjusted the width in the middle column. I guess that was off. Interesting. Adjusted EGT cooldown rate after engine shutdown. I guess it was cooling down too slow. I haven't done a turnaround, so I don't know. Corrected the direction of water droplets on the glass of 4 overwing emergency exit doors. Oh, okay. I guess it would go in the wrong way in the rain. Fix the problem of the wing disappearing at certain angles. Yeah, this was a thing, because when you get too close to the wing, I guess there was no LOD for it, and it would just disappear. So here's the VNAV fix. So at level change, VNAV and descent would deviate significantly from the command speed and then correct itself. So we're going to find out in our descent how this fix has been done. Speed restore cannot input altitude data alone. Okay. I'll be honest with you, not too sure what that is. Wrong trim wheel position, 90 degrees opposed. Oh, okay, I know what that is. So on the trim wheel, the whites. So this trim wheel, in order to turn it, you have to grab the handle. So the whites actually point to the trim handle, and it's set up so that no matter what position it is, so say if it's in this position, in the down position, you can't, and you may not, and I may not be able to grab it in an emergency. This side has it in the opposite direction so that either pilot at any time, depending on what position the trim is. Either pilot could grab a hold of it in an emergency to adjust the trim manually. So I guess that was off. These are real subtle details that I didn't know about. Weather radar button, text backlit correction for Copilot EVIS. Wow, people go through this thing with a fine-tooth comb, I'll tell you what. Level change speed has been fixed. Gaps in legs in the flight plan and oceanic, that's been fixed. I haven't taken it out over the big water. Trim wheel sounds have been modified. I guess that was off. LNAV S-turn occurrences reduced. As I was wandering along the path. VNAV path and speed has been fixed. As we noticed that we climbed out in VNAV path and N1 speed, and that switched over to FMC speed, which is pretty cool. Hydraulic pumps output has been fixed. Place bearing possible. Place bearing. I don't know what place bearing is, but it's been fixed. VNAV speed when taking flaps. Okay. I guess it's supposed to switch to VNAV speed when putting flaps out. Approach button not deselectable if only VOR loc is armed. Oh yeah, you should be able to, so if you're not on the glide slope, you should be able to deselect the approach, and I guess that wasn't working. There was a lot of problems with elapsed time, so I guess the time compression was not working right. I don't generally use time compression, so I wouldn't have picked up on that. Manual control inputs resulted in AP disconnect and FMA mode blanking. Both single AP and dual AP have been tested. No bugs were found. Okay. I have control lockout, so I can move my controls and it doesn't disconnect the autopilot. So there's a lot of weird autopilot disconnects going on with the plane. A lot of them I figured out were control mapping issues. So what I did was I created my own, created a different control map for the Emily, welcome to the stream. Loving the stream, just joined the Discord. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Emily, you don't often get to see my streams, let alone join us in the chat. So we're just going over some of the updates of the IFly Max. It is the new version, full release version. So they fixed the small inaccuracies of the route and flight number. Route 1 and 2 and flight number. The progress page, there was corrections done on that. So this is stuff that like a 737 MAX pilot would actually have picked up on, where my knowledge was lacking and never saw any problems. The init ref and perf page have been corrected. That's cool. FMC ident corrections. VSD corrections, we read about that. Flight and voice recorder test has been corrected. Wow, there are people that went over this with a fine-tooth comb. Engine cargo fire test, self-test delay added. Oh, okay. And that was one thing we didn't do, is test our fire and cargo. So that's this button right here. Oh, okay, so there's a delay. I like that. I like that. So engine and cargo fire tested, nose wheel turn angle and rudder pedals adjusted. Okay. Yeah, it was a little funky on the ground handling. But as we saw on our departure, things have seemed to have gotten better with it. I actually almost felt PMDG on the ground. Flaps too much drag, that has been reduced. That was something I didn't really notice. I'm glad it's been fixed, so it'd be more realistic. Extending the flaps should decrease the hydraulic quantity sensed on the system bio. Definitely something that that would be something that I wouldn't have thought to even check. The sound updates, they fixed the fuel pumps and the flaps being inaudible for some people. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I know a couple of the people that I watched streaming, they couldn't hear the flap sounds, where some streamers were getting the flap sounds. So I guess there was some coding inaccuracies, and that's been fixed. So rebalanced exterior fuel and hydraulic pumps. All right. Improved ground roll sounds. I didn't notice that. I always thought the ground roll sounds were pretty good. Added slat drag, audible, and cabin mostly. I guess they fixed the slat drag, the wind sound over the slats. General minor sound fixes throughout. Gross weight entry inhibited option is not working. That's been fixed. I have that on automatic, so when I put the zero fuel weight in, it'll automatically add the gross weight. I just do that for speed purposes. Updated nose wheel steering logic, I did notice that. That was, it feels a lot better on the ground. Cabin entrance lights were still on when the cabin is cold. Ow. That was something I didn't notice. But I tell you what we should do is we should be 9/11 compliant. Close and lock. Alright, we'll go back. So let's keep going. We got the hydraulic system was not simulated and not working correctly. That's all been fixed. Engine out cruise page inaccurate at max altitude. That was something I never noticed either. Definition of the VR perspective added to the camera config for VR users. So that's good news for the VR guys. I guess the perspectives were off. Parking brakes simple and realistic mode adjusted. CFAQ section for details. I have it on simple mode just for speed purposes, guys. So the normal braking thing, the way 737s work is you have to apply your toe brakes, and this little switch here, all it does is lock these forward so that your brakes are on. So just like the PMDG, you'd have to put the toe brakes on, flick the switch, and to shut it off you have to relieve the pressure, so you put your toe brakes back on and then hit this switch. Meaning to switch it back over to realistic, because I do have rudder pedals, and it's really simplistic is really for the guys that don't have those rudder pedals. It's not a big deal. All right, so parking brakes, runway turn off lights not illuminated on the ground. It's been fixed. Did notice it was a little dim. Fix info page. Other runways of arrival and departure. Airports cannot be selected. That's been fixed. That's pretty cool. Changing thrust limits on the N1 page. Thrust lever position. I didn't know that was an issue, but I'm glad they fixed it. I'm glad that there was some people that went through this thing with a fine-tooth comb, because the better fidelity is, the more we'll know that we're doing things right. When you don't know, when you're flying and learning a plane that's high fidelity, if you don't know the so Seattle Center just came on. All right. Well, anyway, keep it going. We got some time. All right. So, what I was saying, when you don't know what is user error and what is a bug, it's hard to actually learn what learn to do it right. So when they fix these, even these minor things, you can get a grasp on the plane and whether or not you're doing things wrong as a user error, and then you can learn and correct them, as opposed to just bugs causing problems. FO right EFB not only found that the FO EFB could not load the airport maps, it did not find, and I only found that they couldn't load the airport maps and didn't find any other problems. I haven't used the FO side. I always fly right side, not wrong side. Adjusted DU colors according to supplied values. Okay. Added emergency exit lighting to the cabin. That's pretty cool. You can check that out when we get on the ground real quick. We'll turn the emergency lights on, see what that looks like. Added GPU connection forward and aft. Does dim the entry lights. Oh, cool. So it's like it's a power adjustment. Corrected background floodlights, throttle quadrant. Okay. I didn't know I never figured that the floodlights were a problem. Those were bright. I'm glad to see that they reduced them. Reduced the map and chart lights intensity. Added bow motoring LVARs. I don't use LVARs, so I wouldn't have known. I don't know what that means. So for you guys that do use LVARs, they've added a bow motoring LVAR. Departure arrival panels freeze. LAX, Ontario, DTJ. I haven't taken this plane into any of those airports, so I didn't know, but that's been resolved. Autopilot speed predictions selected on the descent fixed. Oh, cool. So it'll help with VNAV, it'll capture the autopilot speeds. Red line does not disappear from the EGT gauge after engine start. That has been fixed. Bow motoring extended by 30%. So is bow motoring when the on startup, when the N2 shows motoring? I'm not sure what that is. So the EGT adjusted to ambient temperature when cold. That's pretty cool. So it picks up the outside temperature. Multiple magenta route lines issues resolved. That was one I didn't encounter. Upper limit of the glide slope warning has been raised from 300 feet to 1,000 feet. Okay, so when you deviate from the glide slope, you'll get that glide slope warning. And they upped it to 1,000 so that you can have more time to correct. ILS frequency operating in both runway direction rollout localizer logic has been improved. Rollout has been approved. I didn't know there was a problem with rollout, but takeoff did feel nice. So I don't know if there was issues. QNH added to the descent forecast page. Oh, that's what that is. So I have to learn how to use that. So apparently you can program your destination QNH into the descent and forecast page, and it'll give you a better VNAV path. So we'll have to check that out. Via intersections on the routes page not being calculated. That's been fixed. Pilots randomly vanishing has been fixed. I generally never paid attention to that, but that's it's just a visual thing. So that when you're in the outside view, the pilots were disappearing, I guess. They don't do that now. Missing rear position, white lights, LEDs added, throttle partial and total inhibit options have been added. We went over that, kind of repeating themselves. The ND and MFD pages swap redraw is now simulated. Gen power source causing dome lights. Yeah, so this is all repeated stuff. So LNS turn, parking brakes. Oh, so the stab trim position was out of sync with the actual trim indicator. Okay. Mach number and speed window should not show leading 0, 1. I didn't notice that, but apparently that was a thing. Changing runways does not delete the takeoff speeds. That's pretty cool. But I always thought that changing the runways would delete the takeoff speeds, because especially if the runways were different lengths. Oh, it does not. So that's been fixed. So it was leaving the speeds in. Okay, that's what I get. So VHF data should only be possible on VHF 3. That's very cool. Click sounds of the DU brightness knob removed. VNAV page target speed should be set in the background under speed intervention. Okay. VNAV page target speed should be set in the background under speed intervention. Oh. I didn't see, I didn't learn this VNAV. I need to learn this VNAV page a little more in depth. I gotta do some reading. So outside air temperature disagree alert, V speeds not deleted. I never ran into that problem, but that's been fixed. Auto throttle does not engage if unaspirated TAT probe option is selected when starting airborne. So I never start airborne, so EFB, V speed, and issue resolved. Huh. V speed. I don't know, because I ran into that problem. And fixed multiple items that did not make it into the changelog. So they even had even more items to fix. And next gen has a development update. Okay. So very cool, guys. Very cool. We're gonna check out our VNav in descent and see what that see how it does in the descent. So we got some changes. We got Seattle Center is online. We got Seattle approach is online. And no ground ATC. So we're in Delta. We're still landing 1-6 left. So that'd be cool. We got some ATC for our approach. So let's fix some things. So I have Seattle Center. .5445. 135.45. So we'll get that set up. So we can switch over to that. All right, so James, have you ever firewalled in cruise? No. No, I have not. Doing stuff like that would break the plane, and we generally don't want to break the plane. Alright, so the plane is doing its plane things. We got 36 minutes to our arrival. So top of descent is 185 knots at 2020. What is our clock? So we got about 30 minutes to our top of descent. So what is the QNH at 3001? So let's look at the forecast page. Let's put 3001 in. That should give us a better profile. Things we're learning. We'll go over some things. This is what I was looking for. So yeah, we were good. Cruise looks good. 0.778. Still got 0.79 on there. And we'll be well above our minimum fuel at Seattle, so that all looks good as well. So I'm going to get my flight recorder up so that just in case, so that's blasting in front of me. so I can hit it. Alright, so we're going to go brake 2 for the approach. Traffic on. I guess, yeah, so we're going to have to see the VDS, I think only comes on in VNAV descent.
Okay, will do. American 2775, unfortunately, I have to close up here. You can switch to advisory, radio service terminated, frequency change for Seattle approach, shut down now.
Right over to Unicom 1179, bye-bye.
Velo 106. Same thing, I'm going to be closing up here, unfortunately, switch to advisory. Hurry up out of
So I'll monitor ATC just to get an idea because we're getting close. So a couple other things so we can get all ready here. We'll do get our frequencies in.
United 1394, Seattle Center closing radar service terminated, pre-change cruise.
Oh, Seattle Center is going to be closing.
Delta 212, Seattle Center closing radar service terminated, pre-change cruise. Alaska 1179, contact Seattle approach 125.6.
Alright, so our approach. Actually, let's look at
Alaska 1179, Seattle Center. Speedbird 53, Seattle Center closing radar service terminated, pre-change cruise, bye-bye.
so our approach. Frequency is 110.3. So we'll set that to ILS. That's, what did I say, 110.3? Switch that over. And we'll do the same on this side. 10.3. With a course of 164, so we'll get that in the box as well, or get that into the window as well. So I wonder if putting the Microsoft versions will give us the hold down scroll option. I think that would be a little bit faster. I'll have to play with that. All right, our ILS is set up. Let's see what our minimum is. We'll get that in there. Got a decision height of 582. So we'll run that up. So it's on radio. We want it on baro. Can you switch it to baro? What the heck? There we go. All right. 582. Oh, that's cool. It's right on 500, so we're not going to have to go far. All right, 582. Set that over here. You notice we're booking. Wonder we're going so fast. Or oh, so it was set up on both sides. Oh, that's cool. I didn't have to do that. Good to know. So when it must be a setting. So when you set the barrow on this side, it sets the barrow on this side as well. Cool. So we'll descend down. We'll set up 3000. That should follow the VNAV down to 7,000. All right, so our lowest point is 7,000, so we enter this at 7,000. This should be an easy approach. So we're coming in on Griffey. Oh, Griffey comes in at 4,000, so we have to be at 6,000 at Griffey. So let's do that just to get ahead of things. So then we got to drop down to 4,000 because Griffey comes in at Helzer, so this is why we go over this stuff. So we'll intercept the glide slope at Helzer at 4,000. Okay. And 1900 at DeGloss. Alright, so our 3-degree glide slope, we're going to have an approach speed, so we should be between 637 and 643 for our approach management. So I had set center in there, so let's put Seattle approach in.
That's 146. Turn left, turn 92 5.
Heading up to 50 to 146.
We still have Delta.
Seattle. IFly to Calgary from Seattle. It's 3475.
Information Echo.
Oh, I see it now. You can expect a CDC.
Thanks, Dale.
2997.
Delta 2486, you are 6 miles from Juneau, turn left heading 19 01945 Jumbo Delta, cut off from 16 left.
Let's go 0.78.
46, you're 6 miles to 10 knots, north thing 19, if you're on 4,000, 4,000, north side, just for that, and then 6 off the six.
Heading 190, maintain 4,000, clear West Juneau, 16 approach, Delta 2486.
Alaska 134, the 1284, runway 16 left, thank you, Bravo.
Can you taxi via Bravo, runway 16 left, Alaska, copy.
Hey, United 1389, runway 16 left, there, November.
Echo, echo, echo. And we have... And I don't have a writing utensil.
Alaska Crest line, city.
United 1389, there, runway 16 left.
Yeah, 1389, just for parking.
We're going to Alpha 13, United 1389.
That's out of the park.
Alright, that's the parking for it. And then, in Florida, the ATC then.
Yeah, but Alaska 1926 information does
Alaska 1926, runway 16 left, taxi about.
Runway 16 left, taxi about, Alaska 1926.
And Alaska 1284, change of plans. FCC Alaska 737 off the right, follow them.
Well, exact follow company, Alaska on the way, Alaska, copy.
FedEx 475, got a quick question for you.
Just in case we can't get 16 right, I'm going to pull up on 16, or 16 left, we're going to pull up 16 right on the chart.
Where's 475? So I got a flight plan on file for you. It is from Keene Field, heading to Calgary. Would you like me to amend it from Seattle going up to Calgary?
We'll go ahead and refresh on Seattle, that's okay. With you 475.
Project, go ahead and refile them and I'll get it going for you.
Right, 475.
Hawk 18, 48 heavy, runway 16 left, request take off the wind, 1308.
Walker 18, 48 heavy, line up 16 left and clear for departure.
2486, runway 16 left, you cleared land, caution wait turbulence, heavy departs prior to arrival, the wind 1308.
Up to the window, put 2486.
That's 1179, so maintain 4000.
4000, 1179.
Sorry guys, I'm just doing a little look at our
Just refailed that for you, sir. FedEx 475.
Alright, that should be easy. Maybe Bravo Whiskey to the ramp. Okay. Just to stay ahead of our taxi instructions.
And FedEx 475, not showing the new flight plan. If you'd like, drop the route, either messages or DMs like me, just file it for you.
What terminal does Alaska land or park at in Seattle?
No worries, the flight plan system can be a bit finicky. Walker 1848 heavy, ready to contact the altitude.
Concourse Alpha Bravo Charlie and Delta.
And Alaska 1284, can we have the Echo intersection departure off runway 16 left, please? Alaska 1284, sure. Thanks very much. And Alaska 1284, holding Echo to the ready. Alaska 1284, Roger, hold short for landing traffic. Somebody hold short for land traffic, Alaska 1284. Mark 1848, Seattle.
Alright, so we're gonna
Seattle Walker, 1848, go ahead.
Mark 1848, not secure, merely mature, radar contact, say altitude.
Say again, please.
get on our A game here to with live ATC coming in.
Walker 1848, say altitude. What altitude are you passing?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Walker 1848, passing 4,500. Sorry.
Walker 1848, not a problem. Climb and maintain 15,000, clear direct to Normie.
Roger. Climb and maintain 15,000 and direct.
So let's just see if that works. So we're going to come up on our top of descent here.
Walker 1848, direct to Normie. November, Oscar, Romeo, Mike, Yankee.
And I have it set that we're going to go a little faster, so it should start immediately down.
Alaska 1179, turn heading 130, join the runway 16 left localizer.
130 on the heading for the localizer, 1179.
Yeah, approach Alaska 1926, holding short of runway 16 left, but ready for departure.
Alaska 1926, roger, hold short for landing traffic.
Hold short runway 16 left.
Alaska 1284, runway 16 left, lap and right.
And runway 16 left, thanks, Alaska 1284. And Alaska 1284, can I have a radio check, please?
5x5.
Thank you.
So it should keep us above flight level 200 when we cross YYJ.
Walker 1848, you're climbing out of my airspace. No further ATC is available. Radar service terminated. Frequency change is approved. We'll see you.
Thanks for the service and goodbye, Walker 1848. Grady, check please.
Alright.
5x5.
We are all ready for our approach.
Alaska 1179, 8 miles from Kenmo. Fly present heading, maintain 4,000, total steps on localizer, clear out, runway 16 left approach.
Okay, 4,000 total steps on the localizer, clear runway 16 left approach, so Alaska 79.
Delta 24,
So
you're
here's the check.
Bravo
Oh.
parking.
Photo parking.
Bang, right on the money.
Alaska 1284, 1130 at
Speed
8,
up
runway
to
16 left, take off.
0.78.
Thanks a lot, close take off runway 16 left, Alaska 1284.
Alaska 1926, runway 16 left, lap and wait, report speed departing, Boeing 737 in place.
Runway 16 left, Alaska 1926, and will report.
That worked as it should. That's really cool. So remember, before it wasn't holding, it was just over speeding into oblivion. He had to throw out the speed brakes to manage it.
Hey, good afternoon, Seattle Bridge, American 2775 with you. I was starting to set up for the approach.
American 2775, Seattle approach, hello, ident. American 2775 to maintain 4,000.
Down to 4,000, American 2775, roger.
American, correction, Alaska 1926, clear for takeoff for wind 1308.
Clear for takeoff, runway 16 left, Alaska 1926.
Alaska 1284, radar contact, say altitude.
Alaska 1284, passing flight level 4,600, contact level 70.
FedEx ready for taxi, it's FedEx 475.
Alright, just in case there's a lot of traffic, so we might actually get called to go around. So we're going to review our go-around procedures.
American 2775, you can expect out from my
So climb to 900 on a heading of 165, and then outbound on CVOR 167 across Tegan Sea-Ray radar. We're above 2,000 to 5,000 outbound. Climb and hold to 5,000.
15,150, Alaska 1284, thank you.
Alaska 1179, runway 16 left, clear land, wind 1308.
Clear land, Alaska 1179.
That's all in. So we can just LNAV.
Frontier Flight 6789, Jackson intersection inbound on Glacier 3 at 12,000 feet.
Frontier Flight 6789, shell approach, hello, ident.
Good afternoon, Speedbird 53 Super with you, flight level 170 via Glasgow to Golf arrival.
Alaska 1926, radar contact, say altitude.
We're 3,800, going up to 7,000, Alaska 1926.
Alaska 1926, roger, climb, maintain 10,000.
Climb, maintain 10,000, Alaska 1926.
Speedbird 53 Super, Seattle approach, hello, ident.
And look at that, it's
Frontier Flight
300.
You're at the contact, turn right, heading 1, correction 310.
Alright, they fixed it, it's doing what it should be doing. That's pretty cool.
Frontier Flight right to 210, send and maintain 4,000.
Frontier Flight 6789, turn right, heading 310 to maintain 4,000. And those will be vectors for the ILS runway 16 left.
ILS 16 left, right to 310 down to 4,000, Frontier Flight 6789.
Let's see if it decells to 280 just before Orcus.
FedEx 475, wind 130 at 8, runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
16 left, thank you, 475.
Alaska 1284, your Lima airspace for Seattle centers offline, raise service terminated through change cruise, yeah.
Thanks so much again for the service, exchange cruise, Alaska 1284, see ya.
That's fine, a little bump up.
15,000, your Lima airspace, raise service terminated through change cruise, yeah.
Climb, maintain global on 15,000 and frequency to improve, Alaska 1906, see ya.
Speedbird 53 Super, you're at a contact. Maintain 10,000, expect the ILS runway 16 right.
Expect 16 right and maintain 10,000, Speedbird 53 Super.
American 2775, turn left heading 190, join the ILS runway 16, correction, join the 16 left, low pleasure.
Roger that, 190 to join American 2775.
Yeah, we're getting a little fast.
Speedbird 53 Super, turn right, a right turn heading 250, this will maintain 10,000.
Again, heading.
I didn't like that.
Speedbird 53 Super, turn right, a right hand turn, so heading up 250, this will maintain 10,000.
250, maintain 10,000, Speedbird 53 Super.
6475, radar contact, say altitude.
Match 1.3, FedEx 475.
6475, roger, climb and maintain 15,000.
15,000, 475, thank you.
Bring it back.
FedEx 475, clear direct Princeton.
It's Princeton VMR, thank you, 475.
American 2775, turn left 20 degrees, join the Mouse runway 16 left, localizer.
Left 20 to join the localizer, American 2775, right?
Frontier flight 6789, turn left 9250.
Frontier flight, turn left, say it, heading again.
Frontier flight 6789, turn left heading 250.
250, left, Frontier flight 6789. Approach American 2775. For some reason, I'm not picking up the localizer or the glide slope.
American 2775, roger. You are right, of course, so try maybe another 10 or 20 degrees left and you might pick it up.
Roger that. Just picked up the localizer. Thank you.
A little above the profile. Get the speed brake out to keep it in.
FedEx 475, right to contact left. American 2775, runway, correction, 5 from Ken though, maintain 4,000 till touch on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 16 left approach.
Okay, maintain 4,000, clear for the ILS 16 left approach, American 2775, and I'm capturing now.
Frontier flight 6789, turn left heading 190, join the ILS runway 16 left, correction, join the runway 16 left localizer.
Turn left 160, join the localizer for 16 left. Frontier flight 6789. And approach to American 2775. Is this speed okay? I know you got folks behind me.
Yep, that works.
Alrighty, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. If you could, keep it to 170 until about a 5-ish mile final.
Wilco for American 2775.
And just for your essay, the next person behind you is still 10 behind you, so you got plenty of room.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Seabird 5-3 Super, turn right, heading 360.
Right to 360, speed bar for 35.
Keep it 250. Just to separate it a little bit, coming in a little hot. I want a little bit of traffic, so I want to kind of keep things slow for me.
Approach, Alaska 1179, clear 16 left, looking for parking, Charlie 9.
Alaska 1179 and taxi via Bravo.
Here, Bravo 1179, bye-bye.
But it looked like it actually, the VNAV is working a lot better. I think the whole acceleration thing was user error because I threw out the speed brakes, which was an indication of drag, I think, and it was not
American 2775, 1308, runway 16 left, clear line.
Clear to land, 16 left, American 2775, roger.
Frontier flight 6789, turn right 10 degrees, join the 16 left localizer.
Frontier 6789, right 10 degrees, join localizer 16 left or right?
16 left.
16 left, 6789.
Seattle approach, Alaska 676, descending Mariner 7. For the ILS 16 left approach, Griffey transition with Echo.
Alaska 676, Seattle approach. Good afternoon, ident.
And ident.
Seabird 53, super, reduce speed to 230 knots, then descend to maintain 4,000.
Super 0 knot, then descend maintain 3000, Seabird 53 to go.
Alaska 676 super, or correction, Alaska 676, you are at a contact position as reported.
What did he say? Contact position as reported? Okay.
Frontier Flight 6789, cleared ILS runway 16 left approach.
Cleared 16 left approach for Frontier Flight 6789.
We are VNAVing perfectly.
Looks like typical Seattle weather out there.
Yeah, that's what keeps the Californians away.
Are we gonna have a conflict with this?
Frontier Flight 6789, runway 16 left to land, wind 130.
Clear to land 16 left, Frontier Flight 6789.
Turn the landing lights on.
Alaska 676, to maintain 8,000.
Send to maintain 8,000, Alaska 676. Alright, seatbelt signs could come on. Lights are on. Gave us 8,000 for traffic conflict.
Alaska 676, you can plan to fly through the loc and I'll vector you back around. I got a super to get through onto the 16 right localizer.
Alright, we'll fly through, wait for vectors. Alaska 676.
And Alaska 676, with that in mind, turn left heading 090.
Left 090, Alaska 676.
Actually, it's going to work out fine. Fly heading 130 to maintain 4,000. If you can, join the runway 16 left localizer.
Heading 130, join the localizer of Alaska 676.
Alaska 676. If you do need more room for the descent, let me know. I apologize for not getting you down.
Should have a problem. Alaska 676.
Super 53, super, turn right turn, heading 130, join the runway 16 right localizer.
Flight 130 and join localizer 16 right.
American 2775 with a clear of 16 left, and just so you know, I saw the approach light about 1100 MSL.
Target 2775, roger, thanks for the Pirate. Break Frontier 6789, did you copy the Pirate?
Say again.
Oh, way too fast, way too fast.
You broke out about 1100.
Oh, I'm below that.
Bitch.
That's the 676, 6 miles from Kenmore, 5,000 heading, maintain 4,000, all established on the local object, clear out from my 16 left approach.
Maintain 4,000 till established. Cleared the ILS runway 16 left approach, Alaska 676.
Taxi to the gates, approach American 2735.
Oh, yeah, I guess it'd be helpful if I told you what to do, wouldn't it? That's kind of my job. You can taxi via Bravo.
Bravo to the gates, 2775, right?
Super 53 Super, looks like you overshot a little bit. Turn right heading 190, join the runway 16 all pleasure.
Right 190, hospital 30, super.
Alright, we should be good. We are golden, you just need to slow down. And this is a mess. Alright, so we're going to get the recorder up. Typical Seattle weather, right?
3 Super, 14 miles from Again. Fly present heading, maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 16 right approach.
Roger, maintain 3,000 and clear for ILS 16 right.
Seattle approaches closing in 5 minutes. Alright, where we at? Flaps 10, we'll go flaps 15.
Frontier Flight 6789, clear the active 16 left at Mike. Taxi to November 4, please.
Do flaps 40, so that's 139.
Correction, Frontier Flight 6789, taxi to north side lights by Bravo.
You're down.
Taxi to north satellite by Bravo 6789.
Go flaps 30. Or flaps 20. Yeah, flaps 30. And then we can bring us down to our VREF. Flaps full. Arm the spoilers. And we are good. We are ILSing and
That's 66 runway 16 left, clear land, wind 1308.
is that for me? Seattle approach, was that for Alaska 676?
That's the 676A firm, you runway 16 left, you're cleared land, wind 1308.
Clear the land runway 16 left, Alaska 676.
2,500.
Nice. Cleared to land. Miserable outside. We're going to go nice day for our replay, though, of course. Can match the throttles now. Loving it. Yeah, everybody watching, how about we smash the like button for Seattle weather, right? And IFR approaches to minimums. Alright, we got the runway lights in sight. Why do we look askew? Oh, no. I'm looking at the wrong one. We're at 16 left. Right there. Beautiful.
1,000.
1,000 cleared to land.
Approaching 16 left.
400.
400 check.
$300.
Autopilot off.
200.
A little high.
Minimum.
Minimums continue.
Light 100. 50. Light slow. 30. 20. 10.
Little off center line, coming back around. First thrust decel. We'll take this one. Nice.
Liberty 53 super established.
Super 53, Super, wind 1308, runway 16.
Alright, we'll clean it up.
PAJN-KSEA.
Flaps up. Landing lights off. Strobe lights off. Logo lights, we kept them off. That all looks good. Let's stop the recording. Let's check that out. 133. That is a nice landing. What do we got for G-forces? 1.1, a little stiff. A little stiff. Alright, so let's just DC. Park up over here and we will check out our replay. Hats off to the excellent controller at Seattle Approach, getting us in. Yeah, so I don't have any, this is all default scenery. I haven't bought any scenery for the sim because of 2024 coming out, so I just want to hold off. Besides, I'm not too sure about, and I don't want to get involved with BM World sceneries at the moment till we find out some facts in that case. All right, so nothing special. We'll just come in right here. Parking brake set. Taxi lights, and that can all be off for now. All right. 133. I like it. What do I want to do? All right. Welcome to Seattle Tacoma International Airport. Beautiful Saturday, Seattle weather, which we are going to change right now to nice, beautiful, sunny Seattle weather. And just double check, I am DC'd from vPilot, so let's take a look at the replay.
Couldn't find valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
Run this forward. This was all the lovely scenery that we missed on our approach. Get a little closer. Yeah, it's Boeing Payne Field. I could be wrong though. Let's just bring it a little closer. we were a little off because I didn't adjust for the slight crosswind. Nice, just rolled it right on. We did get centerline though, nose wheel. I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seattle. Thank you for flying Alaska Airlines. Alright guys, let's wind this back. So that's it guys. IFly Max version 1.0. Full release. We saw it here. VNav is working good. We were able to accommodate the controller for keeping us a little high. There was a traffic conflict there for that A380 that was coming out. But we were able to bring it down, although I did overspeed us. I broke the speed limit, but shh. Hopefully the FAA didn't catch that. Anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. 2024 is coming. I've got one more stream. I think I have to figure out Monday night's stream, the say goodbye to Flight Sim 2020 and bring in 2024 on Tuesday. We're going to be streaming a lot come Tuesday. Hopefully everything works. And I hope to see you all the guys there. So on your way out, if you like, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. And until next time, guys, stay safe, stay healthy. This is Virtual Flight Diaries. My name is John. See ya.